It's Christmas! This time of year is great, isn't it? A time to forget about work, relax, watch Christmas movies on TV while eating and drinking loads. Oh, and of course, best of all, we get to play lots of video games. Yes! Speaking of which, I wonder what Santa's got on me. Time to check my stocking. Oh man, I reckon I'm due a great game this year with some awesome trophies this time, especially after all of the horrors I've suffered through this year. Like when I tried to unlock the hand cannon in Resident Evil 4's remake the hard way, or when I completed Metal Gear Solid 2 on extreme difficulty to unlock the big boss trophy. Oh my god, or how about that awful grindfest that was completing 50 Hive missions in Avengers? Oh man. But you know what, there was even more than that, even more BS moments, but it's Christmas now, and that is a time for miracles. So let's see what a game he's got me in my stocking. The Grinch Christmas Adventure. Outright Games. Oh man, this is not gonna be a happy Christmas, is it? Well, let's get it over with.
The feast.
Oh man, it's finally done. Platinum trophy unlocked. Oh god, I should have known it was terrible from the start, as the Grinch tried to kill himself on the title screen before it even started a new game. That right there was a sign that I shouldn't have played this game, and I should have just took it to the shop and traded it in. The Grinch Christmas Adventures were just such a tedious, unfinished and boring game with some of the worst, dumbest, simple and most lackluster trophies I've ever seen in a game. Sure, those pay-to-win platinums with their really easy trophies are bad. You just simply tap X 1,000 times until eventually the piggy bank gets smashed and you get your shiny platinum trophy. But this Grinch game is a full-priced retail game, so I expect a bit more from it. Yet, at times, it's just as bad as those. So, I guess for today's episode, I'm going to have a talk, or rather a rant, about some of these real stinkers in this game's trophy list. And you know, the first one that I want to talk about is the very first trophy they unlocked, which is the Jump Over Bronze Trophy. And if you're playing the game as well, this will be the first trophy you'll unlock. And like me, you'll probably be wondering why that was even a trophy in the first place. Because yep, as the title of it suggests, this game awards you a trophy for jumping over an enemy for the first time. Though, from my clip, you can see that I actually land on the enemy, so you don't even have to meet the requirements of it in order to get the trophy. Thankfully, it's just a bronze, but seriously, they honestly couldn't think of a better trophy than just one for jumping over an enemy? Man, if this isn't an early warning sign for the crap that is to come, I don't know what is. Now, when I first laid eyes on this next trophy in the game's list and saw that it said use the jetpack, I was actually looking forward to unlocking that in the game, as I was expecting it to be like the jetpacks in the Worms series, or even that one in San Andreas, so I was pretty hyped to try it out. But I should have known better, as soon as I unlocked it and got my hands on it, that excitement quickly turned into disappointment. Oh my word. So instead of being a really cool way to fly about the levels and change up the gameplay, the jetpack is essentially just nothing more than a poxy high jump. You can't fly around with it freely, and all you do is charge it by holding the button down and then release it to have it just shoot you straight up into the air, and then the jetpack just cuts out and you can't really move around other than just a little bit to the left and right. And for me, that is just not a jetpack. It may as well have been a spring shoes or like a feather or something to fly me upwards. What a waste. Oh, and if you thought that jump over trophy was bad, well, the devs also decided to give you a trophy for doing a double jump for the first time. Sure, that's worth a bronze. Why not? It's Christmas. You pressed X twice, here's a trophy. My word.
How rough to old Chris.
The Grinch's Cave trophy is unlocked by beating the 6th and final level of the cave world, and this one started out promising, but like everything else in the game, it ended with disappointment. So the level puts the Grinch on a snowboard, and you are being chased by an avalanche. So I initially thought, oh great, they're going to try and copy the boulder chase levels from Crash Bandicoot, which were always cool, but here it's like they took that blueprint and decided to just completely ignore it and make it 100 times less tense, exciting and fun. There's just no tense and dramatic music to put you under pressure, and there's barely anything to avoid, so it just plods along slowly until you reach the finish line. Worse still, they repeat this gimmick again at the end of the next world of levels for the countryside trophy, only this time you are being slowly chased by a giant rolling tree bauble, so it's even more like a Crash Bandicoot ripoff. Again though, it's slow and dull, and hardly worthy of a gold trophy. Oh, and I can't believe I've made it this far without mentioning this game's obsession with rubbish puzzles. There's a load of Grinch abilities that are tied to completing these, and you collect the pieces for them within the game's levels. Beating the first puzzle, you'll unlock this gold trophy, but the puzzle has just 6 pieces, and you can see the image you need to make. And well, just look at it, it's so easy, any kid could easily beat this. Kids are way smarter than this game gives them credit for. Man. Throwing snowballs would be an obvious move for a character to have in a Christmas-themed video game, but in The Grinch you won't unlock this basic attack until you're well over halfway into the game, and even when you do, you'll wonder what the point of it was anyway, as soon as you throw one and see it bounce around like a ball and miss all of the enemies, you'll just wonder what the point was. Now, I'm sorry, I know this is a kid's game, but that is not how a snowball works. The physics for this are all over the place, plus the attack doesn't even defeat the enemy, it simply freezes them in place for a very short amount of time, so you'd still have to jump on it to defeat them anyways. So, apart from unlocking this trophy, there's literally no point in really using this move, because most of the time, when an enemy's right in front of you and you throw it, it just goes over their head. There's also the use match to help Grinch gold trophy, and well, you better watch tomorrow's video because I have a lot to say about that other BS trophy. Hiding is fun is perhaps the most interesting of the trophies in the game, as it's a stealth-based one for hiding inside a wardrobe, under a table, and under a bed in the house sections of the levels. The thing is though, the stealth in this game sucks, as the enemy AI is so very, very dumb. You can enter these hiding spots right in front of an alerted enemy, yet as soon as you're in there, they instantly forget that they've even seen you and just walk away. And after having just replayed Metal Gears 1 and 2, this game's stealth is just laughably bad and embarrassingly amateur. Even as a simple game for kids, this is pathetic. Skipping forward to the end of the game, and you'll unlock the Whoville trophy, and this one made me laugh, as even the devs have just given up on the trophies at this point, as the description just repeats the trophy name. They couldn't even be bothered to put the text "clear all of Whoville" and just put Whoville instead. That is ridiculous. And the final level of Grinch Christmas's Adventures is actually the worst level in the entire game, and I would swear that it's just unfinished. So the level puts you on Santa's sleigh, and I think you're supposed to throw all of the presents at the houses, kind of like the old Paperboy games on the early Nintendos, but the gameplay of the levels and the mechanics don't seem to be fully implemented because you don't really need to. You could literally just end this level by putting the sleigh in the middle of the screen and just leaving it. What a terrible and awful way to end this game. As you can see, this game sucks, and the trophies suck even harder, which is a shame, as there's probably a few people out there who are going to get this for Christmas. Oh boy, that is going to suck for them. But hopefully you manage to avoid this lackluster, shallow, tedious and boring game that is just a really badly designed platform and that's not good enough for kids, especially adults. So I wanted to end this video with the Platinum Trophy because, well, it really made me chuckle when it popped up.
The Feast.
Look at that. It's called Awful. They should have just stopped there and not bothered with the wonderful idea part, as Awful sums it up perfectly. Oh well, maybe next year will bring me better games and less BS trophies, but who am I kidding? There's bound to be even more glitched trophies, BS collectibles to grab, annoying no death kill speedruns to do, and dumb online trophies to unlock. And you know what? You can bet that one BS PlayStation trophy will be there to rant about them. But for now, let's chill, relax, and best of all, have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this video and enjoy the holidays. See ya.